Why do some pieces of information never reach the general public? What is so powerful about the number 33 that it's kept secret within ancient esoteric traditions like Freemasonry? If you've ever wondered why the number 33 appears in so many cultures and religions, now is the time to find out. Imagine having access to an understanding that connects science, spirituality, and ancient traditions. The truth behind this number goes far beyond coincidence. It is the key to accessing hidden knowledge, safeguarded for centuries, which can transform your perception of reality. The number 33 is central to many esoteric traditions, especially within Freemasonry, where the 33rd degree is considered the highest level of knowledge. At this degree, the main teaching revolves around the activation of the pineal gland or the third eye, an organ located in the center of the brain. Associated with spiritual perception and connection to higher dimensions of consciousness, when activated, the pineal gland is seen as a portal to a deeper understanding of reality, allowing access to the spiritual realm. Freemasonry teaches that practices such as meditation, yoga, and exposure to sunlight are essential to unlocking this potential. The goal of these practices is to facilitate the release of a substance known as DMT or dimethyltryptamine, commonly referred to as the sacred fluid. Scientifically, DMT is known for inducing altered states of consciousness, often described as mystical or transcendent experiences. For Freemasons, this release is a crucial step in achieving an expanded consciousness capable of accessing profound spiritual truths. In this context, the number 33 symbolizes the balance between the material body and the spiritual mind. By following these practices, individuals seek to achieve this balance, which is considered a path to enlightenment. This process allows for a greater connection with the divine and a clearer understanding of complex spiritual matters. Thus, the number 33 is not just a number, but a practical and functional symbol for reaching elevated states of existence. From this understanding arises the importance of numbers as guides in our spiritual journey. Numbers play a central role in many esoteric traditions as representations of universal and spiritual principles. In numerology, a practice widely recognized in systems like the Kabbalah, numbers are seen as carriers of vibrations and forces that directly influence reality, personality, and destiny. The number 33, considered a master number, is identified as an expression of powerful spiritual forces associated with ideas of creation, evolution. The number 33 has profound symbolic significance within Freemasonry, especially in the context of the ancient and accepted Scottish Rite. In this rite, the 33rd degree is the highest, representing the culmination of knowledge and spiritual enlightenment for Freemasons. The 33rd degree is reserved for those who have shown exceptional commitment to the fraternity and its principles, symbolizing wisdom, spiritual power, and responsibility. One of the greatest scholars of Freemasonry, Albert Pike, was a central figure in interpreting and spreading Masonic symbolism, particularly in the context of the Scottish Rite. In his monumental work, Morals and Dogma of the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Pike details the symbolism of the Masonic degrees, emphasizing the 33rd as the degree of supreme wisdom and spiritual responsibility. Pike describes the 33rd degree as the moment when a Mason reaches such a high level of understanding that he not only masters esoteric knowledge, but also becomes a guardian of these teachings with the mission of applying them for the greater good of humanity. For Pike, the number 33 is not just an honorary degree, but a symbolic representation of the balance between the divine and the earthly. It represents the point where the initiate, after undergoing a long process of purification and learning, is able to access higher truths, both on a philosophical and spiritual level. Thus, the 33rd degree in the Scottish Rite represents the synthesis of esoteric learning and philosophical wisdom, marking a milestone in the spiritual journey of every Mason who achieves it. It embodies the balance between the material and the spiritual, between knowledge and action, always guided by the universal principles of brotherhood, justice, and truth. Numerological tradition holds that numbers like 33 play a special role in shaping human consciousness, providing a pathway to connect with higher levels of understanding. In esoteric systems like Kabbalah, the number 33 is considered a significant milestone in the spiritual journey, representing unity and completeness. Its presence is interpreted as a sign that the person is in tune with deeper truths and has the potential to reach higher states of consciousness. It is not merely a mathematical abstraction, but an active component in the path of spiritual evolution. Moreover, the number 33 is highlighted in various structures of nature, such as the 33 vertebrae of the human spine, suggesting an intrinsic connection between the physical and the spiritual. In many traditions, it is seen as a point of connection between the physical and the spiritual. In many traditions, it is seen as a point of balance between the material world and the divine, functioning as a key to unlocking higher levels of understanding and self. Thus, the number 33 is not just a number, but an essential tool for those seeking to comprehend their purpose and role in the universe. In Christianity, the number 33 is directly related to the age at which Jesus Christ was crucified. This event is often interpreted as a symbol of sacrifice and spiritual redemption, representing the pinnacle of his mission to save humanity. Jesus' death at the age of 33 is not only a historical event, but also a point of reflection on the completeness of his journey, seen as a cycle involving birth, life, death, and rebirth. Thus, the number 33 in this context suggests the fulfillment of a spiritual purpose. Additionally, many theologians analyze Christ's crucifixion at the age of 33 as a symbol that he had reached the fullness of his divine mission. By reaching this age, he had fully fulfilled his role as a spiritual guide for humanity, providing a path to salvation. Therefore, this number is associated with a stage of completion and transcendence, where spiritual renewal becomes possible for those who follow his teachings. The relationship of the number 33 with sacred geometry is an aspect that appears in various esoteric traditions, highlighting the importance of this number in balancing the physical and the spiritual. Sacred geometry studies the fundamental shapes and patterns that govern the universe, recognized as a universal language expressing the underlying order of creation. Within this context, the number 33 is closely linked to the tetrahedron, a four-sided geometric shape that represents the four elements earth, water, air, and fire. These elements are seen as the building blocks of material life, and the tetrahedron is considered a symbol of stability and harmony. The tetrahedron, associated with the number 33, reinforces the idea that there is a perfect balance point between the material and the spiritual. In sacred geometry, this shape is revered for representing the basic structure of the universe and the interconnectedness of all things. When the number 33 is related to the tetrahedron, it is seen as the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the universal laws that govern both the macro and microcosm. This number marks the point at which the human being can access the deepest mysteries of the universe. Through the balance between body, mind, and spirit, this connection suggests that the number 33 and the tetrahedron not only represent abstract principles, but also offer a model for spiritual evolution. Understanding sacred geometry allows individuals to recognize recurring patterns in nature and their own lives, providing a structure to interpret their spiritual journey. Spiritual activation through the number 33 is deeply connected to ideas of expanded consciousness and perception beyond the ordinary. Terence McKenna, a renowned philosopher and contributed significantly to the study of DMT and other psychedelic substances, exploring their role in the development of human consciousness. According to McKenna, substances like DMT, which can be released by the pineal gland during meditative states or profound experiences, act as a bridge between the material world and spiritual dimensions. He argued that DMT not only facilitates mystical states, but also connects us to forms of intelligence that transcend common human experience. McKenna argued that DMT can open doors to realities beyond our usual perception, allowing individuals to gain insights into the nature of existence, time, and the universe. In the context of esoteric traditions that revered the number 33, this substance becomes central in the quest for spiritual activation. Through practices such as focused meditation and conscious breathing, the number 33 is seen as a catalyst that facilitates the opening of the pineal gland, allowing the release of this powerful substance. McKenna believed that when this activation occurs, individuals can experience an expansion of their consciousness, leading them to a level of cosmic understanding. Furthermore, McKenna suggested that DMT could be interpreted as a biochemical key to accessing a hyperspace, a domain of multiple realities where higher forms of life and consciousness reside. When the number 33 repeatedly appears in a person's life, it is often interpreted as a sign that their spiritual journey is aligned with higher energies. The practice of meditation and visualization of the number 33 thus becomes a tool for synchronizing the mind with these spiritual frequencies, facilitating access to expanded states of consciousness. For McKenna, this pursuit of hyperspace through substances like DMT was not just a psychedelic experience, but a journey of self and connection to the universe's deepest truths. One of the main contexts in which DMT is found and used to achieve these states of spiritual expansion is through ayahuasca, a traditional entheogenic drink used by indigenous cultures of the Amazon. Ayahuasca contains DMT in its composition, and its ritual use is aimed precisely at what many esoteric traditions propose: the connection between the material and the spiritual worlds. McKenna observed that during these experiences with ayahuasca, participants often report feeling transported to other dimensions in an expanded state of consciousness, similar to what is sought in the activation of the pineal gland within the traditions that revere the number 33. This parallel between the ritual use of ayahuasca and the activation of the pineal gland reinforces the idea that the release of DMT, whether through natural substances or meditative practices, has the potential to expand consciousness and allow access to deeper spiritual realities. The number 33 in this context serves as a symbolic guide, indicating the path to this spiritual ascension. In ayahuasca rituals, the participant is led to a state of introspection and much like what is sought through meditation and esoteric practices associated with the number 3. In the next video, we will explore in more detail how DMT present in ayahuasca operates within the body and mind, and how these Amazonian traditions connect with the spiritual quest across various cultures. If you're looking for an easier way to connect with our divine intelligence through meditation, we have developed an audio tool pack. To learn more and gain immediate access, click the link on the screen or in the comments. If this video sense to you, write in the comments, "It made sense to me."